So, hey guys, welcome back to Codicutes. So, as you all know, that we have taken this challenge to solve 455 DSA problems in Striver A to Z sheet in just 45 days. So, and today is day 14 of this challenge. And any one of you who is new here, I am Harshit Dhakar, and I'm a final year BTech student preparing for placements. And I took this challenge to build consistency and habit of coding, right? So here we are. Right now, I'm waiting for someone to join. Okay, someone has joined. We can start. So today's day 14. Let's open Notion. This part, and I had not updated this. It will be step 4, and we need to do lecture number 1 and 2 today. And so, so, let's create a task list first. Now, if you want, I'm waiting for people to join. Find out how many times has an array been rotated. And the last two problems are single element in sorted array, single element in a sorted array. And today I've planned that I will complete this lecture one at least today itself. Find peak element is the last problem that we should be able to do. Okay, find peak element I have already done, I guess. I was hoping that some people will join us. Is there anyone who gonna join us? Just three active viewers. I'm hoping that someone will pop in the live chat. Should we start? Any one of you, if you are willing to stay in this queue, you can chat. Okay, they are gone. Let us start ourselves. So this is the goal for today. These 13 problems we are going to do. Are these 13? Mhm. I guess 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 problems are there that we are going to solve. Okay, so should we start? Let's close this and open this code, and we will make a new folder for day 40. And inside it, we will create another folder for picture number one, picture number one. Inside it, we will create first file binary search underscore zero one underscore binary 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 search for Java. So why do we use binary search? Do you guys know? Okay, there's no one. Understood. No one is watching us. So we should I be interactive for the people who are going to watch it later? I think I should be interactive. Mm, okay, I had prepared something. Okay, Vamsavardhan is there. Thank you so much for joining us, Vamsa. Even after having a hectic schedule, thank you so much. You boost my confidence, bro. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful that I. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. That's completely okay. We will try to have solved at least five problems till then. We have 45 minutes. Let's get started. Okay, I have one more thing that I have prepared. I can open it here. Okay, explain me the concept lower and upper bound, please. Well, it is very easy. Lower bound, in lower bound, we try to search the index where we can insert a number. Like बाइनरी सर्च में हम क्या करते हैं बाइनरी सर्च में हम लाइक करेक्ट इंडेक्स फाइंड करते हैं जहाँ पे हमें हमारा टारगेट मिल सकता है और अपर बाउंड का मतलब है कि हमें वो इंडेक्स फाइंड करना है जहाँ पे हम लाइक हमारे एलिमेंट को इंसर्ट कर सकते हैं सॉर्टेड एरे में मैंने कुछ तो तकलीफ किया था Okay, okay, okay. Mm, that's completely fine. We will revise it then as well. But I will try to solve as many problems as possible for today. So let's start with binary search. Mm, mm. Okay, bye. See you soon. Mm, what I was trying to do. Once I saying I have solved 7 problems in BS, then it is great. You will not, तुम कुछ भी miss नहीं करोगे. And we will try to cover all the 12 problems today itself and in around 2 and 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours. Okay, so let's start with binary search. Binary search होता क्या है? Like पहले लीनियर सर्च के बारे में समझते हैं. लीनियर सर्च में हम क्या करते हैं, जैसे किसी भी एरे के अंदर हमें कोई भी एलिमेंट सर्च करना होता है तो हम सारे के सारे एलिमेंट्स को कंपेयर करते हैं हमारे टारगेट से. और उसके लिए हमें लाइक सारे एलिमेंट्स को कंपेयर करना पड़ता है unnecessarily, if even if we know that at a particular point our element will not be found. It is simple, वंशा. बाइनरी सर्च में हम क्या करते हैं, सिर्फ पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट को सर्च करते हैं कि वो एलिमेंट्स एग्जिस्ट करता है या नहीं करता. लोअर बाउंड में क्या करते हैं हम कि उस एलिमेंट के लिए इंडेक्स सर्च करते हैं. उस एलिमेंट के लिए इंडेक्स सर्च करते हैं जो जिसमें लाइक मतलब सॉर्टेड अरे के अंदर वो पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट मिले जो कि हमारे टारगेट से बड़ा है या फिर उसके इक्वल है. I will explain you after you will be back after 10:30, right? Until then, I'm explaining what is binary search. So what I was saying कि हमें कोई भी एलिमेंट सर्च करना होता है एरे के अंदर तो हम क्या करते हैं, लीनियर सर्च का यूज करते हैं जो कि काइंड ऑफ ब्रूट फोर्स अप्रोच होता है. वो एंड आई कैन यूज कैलिडो. I've created a mesh here. Nice. Mm, okay, let's start here. So let's open this article. Let's take example of this arrow and open scale. Suppose this is a array that you are working on, and suppose if you have to search and this is an array. mm, mm, and num equal to this, right? Suppose this is the array you are working on and you have to find out an element, let's say call it target that you need to find out. Let's say target equals to 6, 7, 9, let's say 10. The target is 10. And the instinctive approach that will come to your mind is to iterate over each element of the array and compare each element with the target. If we found a element that is equal to target, then we can like return the index of that element and say that we found this element. And if we we fail to find a element that is equal to our target, then we say that the element does not exist. क्या करेंगे हम? For int I equals to 0, I less than nums dot length and I plus plus. What we will do? Where should I go? Where should I open the live chat? Okay, so let's keep it here for a while so I can see the chat as well. Not the top, all the messages. Okay. So when we try to implement what linear search, what we do, we iterate over each element of the array and compare it with the target. Like if nums of I equals to target, then what we will do, we will return the index, right? We return I, else we will return -1. This is the very simple approach for linear search. But in this, the time complexity becomes what? Some hit is saying, sir, one by one topic marathon. Yes, we are doing it like that itself. Like मेरे लिए तो ये challenge है, but you can follow it like topic by topic. I'm trying to create every video as you can follow it along afterwards when live ends, right? But it is difficult for me to like make everything perfect in my first attempt itself. I'm trying to build things up. Okay. So see, the time complexity of this algorithm will be O of n. Array sort next. Samhit, we have already covered arrays and array problems. Yes, we can try to do strings in one shot. Definitely we can do. Like in the next stream, we will like call it one shot. Today we will try to complete like lecture 1 and lecture 2. These are around 27 problems. So 27 तो थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, but we will try to do at least 20 problems today and the remaining 10 problems tomorrow, right? Like all lead code. What do you mean? I'm not getting your point. But we can definitely do these 15 problems on strings that are listed in Striver A to Z sheet. We can do these problems in one shot, definitely. And we can, and we will today we will do this binary search. We will try to cover it all, and we can. But let's continue. So what I was saying that जब हम लीनियर सर्च करते हैं, लीनियर सर्च की टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ओ ऑफ एन होती है। टीसी समझ आ रहा है ना? टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है। टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्स Samit, I'm not a teacher. I'm just learning myself because your videos starts at 9:30. What do you mean? Can you just type your message in just one go? So this is what mm, this is linear search. लीनियर सर्च की टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी क्या होती है? क्या बताया मैंने अभी? Big of n, right? And we can write O of n. Okay. And can you think of something better, like to search a element in an array? Can you think of some better approach to find? Samhit is saying, if you are not going to job, why don't you make live in morning? Because people are not free. Most of the people join us in the evening. That is why I try to do the live in the evening. And yesterday I tried to do like a revision series क्योंकि संडे था कल। तो कुछ लोग जो मेरे को रेगुलरली ज्वाइन कर रहे थे, तो मेरे को लगा कि उनके लिए एक रिवीजन सीरीज करनी चाहिए। मेरे को भी याद है या नहीं जो भी मैंने सॉल्व किया, बट नो वन ज्वाइन एंड लाइक द एल्गोरिदम also disliked our step, so we are going slower now. That is why I will be streaming only at night after 9:30, and we will try to solve as many problems as possible even if we get late. So let's see. Hmm, should I continue now? Now think of an algorithm in which we can search an element in log and time complexity. ये तो पढ़ा होगा ना तुमने टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी में कि like an log and time complexity is much better than O of n. सो जो आज का टॉपिक है वो बाइनरी सर्च है। बाइनरी सर्च में ना लाइक लीनियर सर्च एल्गोरिदम से बहुत बेटर होता है और उसकी टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी एन लॉग एन होती है। एन लॉग एन नहीं होती, लॉग एन होती है सही। ओके, एंड लेट मी एक्सप्लेन बाइनरी सर्च क्या होता है। बाइनरी सर्च क्या डिवाइड एंड कॉन्कर एल्गोरिदम को इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं बाइनरी सर्च में। लाइक binary search is an example of divide and conquer algorithm. This is it, right? Divide and conqueror means, yeah, we are dividing the problem in like multiple sub problems and then trying to solve those sub problems. बाइनरी सर्च में हम क्या करते हैं, लाइक जो पूरी एरे है ना, एरे को दो पार्ट में डिवाइड कर देते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, लाइक रियल लाइफ एग्जांपल देता हूँ मैं आपको। सभी देते हैं, कहीं पे भी तुम पढ़ोगे बाइनरी सर्च, सभी किसका एग्जांपल देते हैं, डिक्शनरी का। डिक्शनरी में तुम्हें कोई भी वर्ड सर्च करना होता है तो तुम क्या करते हो, लाइक डिक्शनरी को बीच में से खोलते हो। अगर जो भी वर्ड आया वो लाइक अगर वो वर्ड लाइक अल्फाबेटिकल ऑर्डर में, जो भी वर्ड तुम्हारे ओपन हुआ डिक्शनरी में वो अगर अल्फाबेटिकली जिस वर्ड को तुम सर्च कर रहे हो उसके बाद आता है, तो तुम क्या करोगे कि जो रिमेनिंग हाफ है ना उसको छोड़ दोगे और जो फर्स्ट हाफ है उसमें देखोगे कि तुम्हारा वर्ड है या नहीं। राइट? वही सेम एल्गोरिदम होता है बाइनरी सर्च, जिसमें हम लाइक प्रॉब्लम को ना टू पार्ट्स में डिवाइड करते हैं एंड द रिमेनिंग पार्ट को इराडिकेट कर देते हैं अगर वो हमारे काम का नहीं है। But we need to make sure that the data should be sorted. Like in dictionary, all the words are arranged in alphabetical order, right? Now suppose if we are implementing, Samhit is saying, sir, no one is joining class. It's okay. We are doing it for ourselves. Like I started the series for building my own consistency, and stop calling me sir. You can call me Bhaiya. Samhit. In which year you are, by the way, Samhit? Let's see what is happening. Why people are not joining? Because our video is not reaching out to them, and it's completely fine. We are in second year CSE. Then it is completely fine if you are interested to follow along with me. You can carry on. Hmm. Which language are you studying? C++ plus plus or Java? Hmm. Let me explain binary search. In binary search, what we do, we take two pointers, low pointer and a high pointer. It's okay. And how much basics have you covered already about C++? We have completed oops. That's great. And n is equals to what we do in binary search. We take a low pointer and a high pointer. There are two ways in which binary search can be implemented. Let's say it is pointing here, that is low pointer, and one is pointing here, that is high pointer. One, keep in mind that n is number length minus 1. Okay. Mm, then what it will become? It is the high pointer. Now, what we do, let's say our target is 10, right? In the first iteration, like we are first discussing iterative approach, there are two approaches in which we can like implement binary search. Binary search can be implemented in two ways. First way is to go iteratively using while loop, and second possible way is to use recursion, like calling a function inside itself, right? So let's say we have a low pointer and a high pointer. We will like try to compare the mid of this. Samhit is saying sorry भैया, what happened? क्या हुआ Samhit? Why are you sorry? Why you are saying sorry? You have done nothing, bro. And we will keep record of one more pointer, that is mid. Mid is equals to, we can write mid in two way, like let's say low plus high by 2. Samhit is saying Python is easy or Java. Definitely Python. Python is much easier. No, nice. I, we have already wasted half an hour. So we can write mid in two ways. Like this is also a way, but it works only for small numbers. When the number of like size of the integer increases, it may end up in overflow. But let's say this is what it is. And in the first iteration, low is equals to 0 and n is equals to what? 7. Here, for the given array, low is equals to 0 and n is equals to 7. right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? The size of the array is 8 and the last index of the array is 7. So the mid will become what? Mid will become 0 plus 7 by 2 by 2. That will be 3. वैसे तो 3.5 होगा but in integer will take 3, right? So mid will become at this point. What let's say mid is pointing to the third index of the array, and that is 7. And we will compare the mid element with our target. We will compare what? Say nums of mid equals to target, right? We will compare our mid with the target value, and what it will result in our case. In our case, the nums of mid is less than target, right? So what it conveys, अगर हमारा मिड वाला एलिमेंट टारगेट से छोटा है तो इसका मतलब क्या होगा कि हमारा जो टारगेट है वो इसके राइट वाले हाफ में लाई करता होगा, इससे लेफ्ट वाले हाफ में नहीं, क्योंकि हमारा एरे सॉर्टेड, राइट? So what we will do in this case, nums of 3 is equals to 7, which is less than our target, that is 10. So what we will do, we will update, we will now like check for this remaining part. Like we will now implement binary search in this half, because the chances of a target to be found inside this array is negligible. Like there is no chance of a target to be found in this left subarray, right? So we will iterate again in the right half to find our target. And for this, what we will do, we will update our like low pointer with mid plus 1. Okay. In that way, it will become this sub array. Okay, I should have put it like, we should have put the target as 12. I'm doing it just because you won't get confused, because 10 does not exist in it. First, we will do for 12. As 12 is greater than 7, so we will iterate over the right subarray and update our low pointer with mid plus 1. What we will do, we will update our low pointer with mid plus 1. then what it will become? Mid plus 1 is 4. That is 3 plus 1 equals 4. Right? It will become 4. The low pointer and high pointer will remain 7. Let's write that as well. High equals to 7. Right? Now we will again iterate over the remaining half of the array, which is not raised yet. When when low become 4, let's copy this. In the second iteration, our low pointer has become 4. So our low pointer is pointing at this element and our high pointer is pointing at this element, right? So we need to find the mid. And how we can find the mid in this case? What we need to compare? Mid mid is equals to what? How can we find mid in this case? We will have to do high minus low divided by 2, right? I hope you understand. Don't do the mistake of doing, look what is that. This is not the right way this time because, okay, let me also show. If you do high plus low, in this case, yes, Mihi, you are right. That is what I'm trying to explain to avoid stack overflow. If you do high plus low, in this case, high is equals to 7 and low has become 4. And if you divide it by 2, 7 plus 4 by 2, then what it will become 6.5, that is 6 index. Right now it is correct for small integers, but when the size of the integers increases, it will give you stack overflow error, right? As Mihir is saying, he's right. So to avoid that, we do low plus high minus low by 2. That is low plus high minus low by 2. In this way, we are only compare. इसके लिए लिख देता हूँ यानी result in stack overflow. So avoid using this. What we do? Low plus high minus low by 2. Okay. Then what it will become? Currently low is pointing to 9. That is the index number what? 4. And high is pointing at 7. And what mid will become? Mid will become what? Low is pointing at 4. High is pointing at 7. 7 minus 4 by 2. That will result in 6, right? 4, 4 plus what? 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is 1, right? It will become 4 plus 1, that is 5. That means 15 lakhs. And then our mid will be pointing at 12, right? Our mid will be pointing at this index number 5. Okay. Now then we will compare our element at the mid index with our target. What is our target? Our target is 12, right? And the numbers sitting at index number 5 or mid of the right subarray is also 12. That is this. This is also 12 and our target is also 12. So it is true. Then we will, what we will do? We will return the index of mid. And suppose if our target was something else that like that is less than the mid, then we would have said that it does not exist. Let's try to code the logic. Uh, Open Strider SD sheet. This is it on lead code. Let's do it on lead code. There are two ways in which we can implement the same code using recursive approach as well as iterative approach. Here I had taken it as S and E, but this time we will take it as int low is equals to 0 and int high is equals to nums dot length minus 1, right? And then what we will do, we will iterate using while loop until low is less than high, right? So what we will do, if low is less than high, we have to compare mid as well. Int mid is equals to low plus high minus low by 2, right? Now we will compare nums of mid is equals to target. If it is true, if it is true, what we will do, we will return index of mid, return mid, else, else we will check if the nums of mid is greater than or less than our target. If it is greater than target, let's say, let's say it is less than target. In our sample test case, it was nums of mid was less than target. Then what we will do, if it is less than target, we will update the low pointer with mid plus 1, right? जैसा हमने किया था अभी. And one more thing, else if, right? And else if it is less than that, we will change high with mid minus 1. I hope you got it, but I got it completely. And then we will return mid. Where? Where we will return this line. Return mid. And this program will run absolutely fine. Okay, compile. What mistake have I done? Equals to का साइन नहीं लगाया हमने. Silly mistake. क्या गड़बड़ किया मैंने? Spelling mistake. How silly mistakes I'm doing. Too excited. But its time limit is exceeding because we have to solve it. What's wrong with the code? I'm facing. Okay. Let's see. It will be here. It was not. Yes, sorry. Just minus power. But why minus 1? Okay, it is working fine. Should I implement the recursive approach as well? Let's move to the next problem. Implement lower bound. Lower bound. Um, let's do search insert position instead. It is same as the lower bound. It is exactly same as we have done already. So int low is equals to 0, int high is equals to nums dot length minus 1, and then we will do while loop is a node. There's no one. Y low is less than equals to high. We will do compare if nums of mid equals to target, then we will do return mid, else if nums of mid is less than target, then we will update the low pointer with mid plus 1, else we will update the high pointer with mid minus 1, and then you return minus 1 if it is. Then return high plus 1 if it is not found. We need to find the, okay, problem तो read करके बताया ही नहीं. Problem क्या था? Problem is given a sorted array of distinct integers and a target value. Return the index if the target is found. Like we need to find a index where we can insert a target if it is not in there array, and if it is already existing in the array, then we just need to return the index of that particular number. That is our target, right? And the time complexity will be log of n, because we are using binary search, and we could also do it using linear search as well, but the time complexity would have increased, right? Let's try to run this problem if I have made any syntax error already, like the previous problem. Yes, again, I have made where we had not initialized mid equals to low plus high minus low by 2 and semicolon, right? मैं कितनी ज्यादा मिस्टेक कर रहा हूँ यार, बहुत सिली सिली. What will I do in the interview? And again, time limit exceeded, but why this time? We need to return the index where it would be if it were inserted in order. Okay. The same mistake I'm repeating that I had done previously, right? I should learn from my mistakes, right? How silly I am. Okay, it worked, right? So you should remember that you should learn from your mistakes. Okay, so it is done as well, and implements lower bound. Lower bound क्या होता है? Lower bound is simply insert position find out करना रहता है हमें. Like, let's read what it is. Given an assorted array of n integers and an integer x, write a program to find the lower bound of x. Lower bound of x क्या होता है कि the index at which the element is smaller than the target, right? The lower bound algorithm finds the first or the smallest index in a sorted array where the value at that index is greater than or equal to a given key, that is x. Okay, so the our target is smaller than the key that we need to find out, right? Lower bound is the smallest index idx where array of idx is greater than x, right? Okay, brute force search is itself a linear search, but optimal approach is using binary search. Let's solve this problem on, let's practice this problem on GFG. What it is given a sorted array ARR and a number target. The task is to find the lower bound of the target in the given array. The lower bound of a number is defined as the smallest index in the sorted array where the element is greater than or equal to the given number, right? We need to find the smallest index which is greater than or equal to our target, right? Lower bound is nothing but the smallest index where the element is greater than or equal to our target. Okay, let's implement a binary search. Let's say int low is equals to 0, int high is equals to array dot length minus 1, and while low is less than equals to high, we will do, what we will do, create mid equals to low plus high minus low by 2, right? And then compare if array of mid is greater than equals to target. If it is the case, then we will first we will compare if it is equal to target. If it is equals to our target, we will return what? Return mid. We will return mid. But else if array of mid is less than target, sorry, greater than target, then we should check. Okay, we will have to store it in another variable, like let's say answer. Let's say int answer is equals to high. And what we will do, if it is greater than or equals to, then we will store it in our answer equals to mid, right? We are storing it in an integer and we will return it after, like, comparing all the elements, right? Mm, okay. And as it is greater than or equal to target, we will only compare the left subarray. So what we need to do in this, we will update high is equals to mid minus 1, right? Or otherwise, if mid is greater than target, This will iterate over the left half of the array, and if the greater than equals to target has already okay. Otherwise, it is greater than. We don't need to write if. We just update low pointer with mid plus 1, and we will return answer. So return answer. Let's compile and run. I hope I have not made any mistakes, silly mistakes like the previous one. Again, I have made mistake. What is it? Okay, I is it inside the while loop? Yes, it is inside the while loop. Let's see. Array dot length. Okay. What is the error? ओके, जीरो की जगह मैंने ओ लिख दिया क्या? वेयर इज लो? अरे यार, कितनी गलतियां करूं मैं यार, पब्लिकली. This is the flaw of studying in public, that all your mistakes are public. Okay, it worked, and let's solve the other one. Upper bound is just similar. We just need to find the index which at which the element is strictly greater than the target, right? It is just greater than, not equal to. So let's do this as well on GFG, or upward bound binary word GFG, right? Let's implement upper bound. I'm making very silly mistakes today. I don't know why, but I can't do anything about it. It's only correct my mistakes. Okay, given a sorted array and a number target, the task is to find the upper bound of the target in this given array. Upper bound is nothing but a smallest index in the sorted array where the element is greater than the given number, strictly greater than. यहाँ पे नहीं लिखा, but it is strictly greater than the target. So how we can implement it? Let's say int low is equals to 0, int high is equals to array dot length minus 1, and let's say answer is equals to array dot length, and then we will use while loop. While low is less than equals to high, what we will do, if array of, okay, one more thing we have to do, we have to initialize mid equals to low plus high minus low by 2, right? And we will compare if array of mid is greater than target. Okay, mm, if it is greater than the target, we will not end here, we will store the answer as mid, and then update high equals to mid minus 1. Else, else we will do low is equals to mid plus 1. and then we will later on return answer, right? Let's compile. I hope this time it worked correctly. Yes, finally a program run without errors and it is working. Working. I'm enjoying it now. People are not joining, still I'm enjoying it. Okay, it worked absolutely fine. Let's move to the next problem. We have done the upper bound as well. Lower bound is as similar as the insert position. And now let's do floor, seal in sorted array. Floor is just the lower bound and seal is the upper bound, right? Let's learn what is floor and seal in array. What it states is you are given a sorted array ARR of n integers and an array X. Find the floor and ceiling of X in array 0 to n minus 1. The floor X is the largest element in the array, which is smaller than or equal to X. It is a little twisted as lower bound and upper bound. In in lower bound, we had to find the smallest index at which the element is greater than or equal to our target. But in this, we have to find the largest element in the array which is smaller than or equal to our target, right? So it is quite similar. Let's try to solve it. And we need to find both ceiling and the floor. Ceiling is the smallest element in the array greater than or equal to x, that is our lower bound. And x is the largest element in the array which is smaller than or equal to x. How can we return the floor? Ceiling is just similar as the lower bound, right? We don't need to see the solution. We have to solve it ourselves. Let's say floor, floor, and seal of array GFG आ जाएगा इतने में फ्लोर इन अ सॉर्टेड एरे चलो ठीक है पहले फ्लोर फाइंड करते हैं फ्लोर इज द लार्जेस्ट एलिमेंट smaller than the target, right? Largest element greater than the, sorry, smaller than the target. Largest number less than or equal to 5 is 2, right? So we will use binary search to implement it. To implement binary search, what we do, int low is equals to 0 and int high is equals to arr dot lenpath length minus 1, right? And then what we do, int answer is equals to arr dot length, and then we will use while loop. Low is less than equals to high. What we will do, we will take a mid pointer, and what is the value of mid pointer? Low plus high minus low divided by 2, right? And then we will compare if ARR of mid is greater than or equals to, okay, what is the problem? We have to find the largest number less than or equal to 11. Sorry, the target. Largest number less than or equal to target. So we need to see if it is less than or equals to target, target, then what we will do, it is less than the target, then that means the target lies in the right half. Okay, one thing we have to do is store the mid as answer, because it is possible that it is our answer, but if it is not, then we will update. What we will update? We will update low with mid plus 1, right? Otherwise, if it is greater than target, be it will become high is equals to mid minus 1. Mid minus 1, right? And then we will return Our answer, are we to return answer? I hope this time I'm not making any syntax error, right? Mm, in my point of view, it is correct, but okay, again, we made a mistake. Cannot find the symbol. You cannot find the symbol. Which symbol you could not find, bro? Mm, variable target. Okay, sorry. It is not target, it is X in the given problem. It was again a silly mistake. Okay, well, let's run it, and it is working. It failed. Why? Why it failed? Possibly your code does not work correctly for multiple test cases. Okay, your code's output is 7. We need to return -1. क्या हमें प्रॉब्लम में गिवन था अगर हमें कुछ नहीं मिलता है तो हमें -1 रिटर्न करना है? यस. सो द आंसर इज -1 if we cannot find the solution, right? Mm, okay, first test cases are working. Let's please don't fail. Okay, it is working correctly. Yeah, there are two people watching our screen continuously, but not commenting. Most probably they are Anshul and Harsh. Okay, it is working. Let's move to the next problem. We have done the floor. Okay, seal in sorted array और करते हैं डाला like ceiling in sorted array GFG, right? Mm, let's practice. Samhit is saying hi. Hello, Samhit. You're back. Welcome back. Or you were watching the stream continuously. Given a sorted array ARR and an integer x, find the index 0 based of the smallest element in the array that is greater than or equal to x. We need to find the upper bound, right? That is strictly greater and the smallest element. I am there. You are continuously watching my stream. Okay, thank you so much. I thought you went away. Are you getting what I'm doing? Samhit, if you have any feedback or suggestion that I should do, I will definitely implement. मैं जो भी कर रहा हूँ और जो भी समझाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ वो समझ आ रहा है क्या? If yes, then it's great. You can call me भैया यार. I'm not a teacher. I'm just learning myself, teaching myself, and enjoying it. Where's my portal? Wait up. Virat Kohli, bro, these questions are enough for 47 LPA from DSA. Virat Kohli ji, for you, why you want to solve problem? वैसे देखो, मेरा एक फ्रेंड है जो प्लेस्ड है ऑलरेडी और उसकी ज्वाइनिंग भी हो गई है अभी 1 सितंबर को. तो मैंने उससे पूछा था कि लाइक जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वो सफिशिएंट है प्लेसमेंट के लिए. तो वो बोला कि इट इज मोर देन इनफ, राइट, टू गेट अ डिसेंट जॉब. सो आई थिंक these problems are enough, and I've seen people getting placed without doing this much of BSA as well, right? So you just need to have presence of mind as well as some few projects that you can showcase, right? You just need to be smart enough to crack the interview. Any other doubt, Virat Kohli? I like these people who ask something. At least I feel like I'm interacting with someone if people are watching. I don't like these people who just come and watch what I'm doing and then go away without saying a hi. You can roast me as well if you want to. Anyone is watching, but I'm enjoying it. I hope I've made it clear, Virat Kohli, right? But this is definitely enough to build a foundation in DSA. After solving all these problems, you will be able to solve, like at least understand all type of problems in DSA. Like after 455 or 45, 455 problems, you will be familiar with all of the data structures and all types of problems and all types of patterns that are frequently asked in these service-based companies, most probably. But for product-based companies, you have to work harder, I think. Yes, bro, in techno managerial interview, how many approaches should we do per question? Bro, like the interviewer would expect you to come up with the optimal solution, right? But you can build up the interview in a way that the first intuition will be the brute force approach, but we can optimize it further by the optimal solution, right? This is what I have learned from Striver, and I would suggest let's move to the next problem if I have made it clear to you. Samhit is saying, I am Telugu guy, sir, can not understand some Hindi. You can understand or you cannot. What do you mean, Samit? Should I speak in English completely if you can't understand Hindi? You can ask me anything if you like. If you feel like you could not understand, you can ask me, and I will tell you again in English. Right? If I speak something in Hindi and you can't understand, you can understand. Then what's the problem? If you can understand, then what's the problem? Let's move to the next problem. What we were doing, we need to find the seal. Seal is the smallest element greater than the target. Let's implement binary search. Int low is equals to 0 and int high is equals to array dot length minus 1. And let's say int answer is equals to minus 1. And while low is less than equals to high, we will iterate over what? First, we will initialize mid equals to low plus high minus low. Sorry, to do it like high minus low. Samhit is saying, sir, bye. Bye bye, Samhit. I hope Virat Kohli is saying, bro, if we please provide in your channel a set of projects we should be in touch with. Bro, you don't really need to have some extraordinary projects. First of all, like in which college you are and which year is going on currently. Like you are in first, second year or third year. And first of all, tell me your real name, Virat Kohli. Are you the real Virat Kohli? High minus low by two. But I don't know why a live stream is not being recommended. We're getting very slow views. We're in fourth year. Teja. Okay. Bro, you can like join our community in the Discord server and you can text me there on my like Discord account. I will provide you a link where there are so many projects out of which you can like consider to put in your resume. Okay. I will help you out. Just join our Discord server and text me there. I will help you out personally. Okay. 47 views. What are the the Discord's link is in the description and on my channel's description as well. You can find it there. Okay, people are joining again. Mm, we have implemented lower bound as already. Okay, we were doing the ceiling problem. We need to find the seal. Seal is nothing but the smallest element greater than the target. And we have initialized mid pointer. Mm, and what we will do, compare if array of mid Baburao. Welcome back, Baburao. Why start class in Zoom? Submit Zoom X. Why? Like, why on Zoom? Okay, seal is nothing but the smallest element greater than our target. Target is nothing but X, and if it is greater than, then we will update answer with what? Mid. And then we will update. Okay, if it is not the answer, there are possible answers in the right sub array. Right sub array will be like low is equals to mid plus 1, right? And if it is less than our target, then the answer will be found in the left sub array. Left sub array is nothing but high is equals to mid minus 1. Okay, so let's continue. Easy to ask doubts, share screen, mic, video, etc. Okay, but Samit, you can join our Discord. There you can ask doubts anytime, and I will be responding there. But Zoom Meet is a messy thing for me to handle. Am I not responding on time? Mm, Return answer. Let's run. Okay, something is wrong. Okay, it was expecting 2 and we have returned 6. What is ceiling, by the way? Mm, Smallest element in array that is greater than or equal to x. Sorry, it is greater than or equals to x. Mm, The element should be greater than or equals to x. We need to find the smallest element in the array which is greater than or equals to x. We need to return the index. Right. Babura is saying true. Abdullah says student. Hmm, what was I doing? Okay. Ceiling element is the smallest element in array that is greater than or equal to x. And in our case, what we have implemented, if the element is greater than or equals to x, we will store the mid and we will, if it is greater than we will, okay, sorry. If it is greater than we will check the left subarray. And left subarray will be like mid minus 1, else we will do low equals to mid plus 1, mid plus 1. Okay, now it will work correctly. I hope so. Okay, right. We have corrected our mistake. Okay. So many other people have joined us as well, but no one is writing anything in the chat. Okay, it worked correctly. Okay, in one attempt maybe. So we have done both floor and seal in sorted array. Let's move to the next problem. Finally, today we have completed 5 problems of the lecture and we will finish all these problems today itself. Let's solve the Okay, should we update in the VS code as well? We will update later. Okay, fine. Let's do the next problem. That is number 6. Yuval Varke Singh, yo, yo, yo. Welcome, Yuval, my dear friend. Thank you so much for showing this much of support. I'm so grateful. Uh, let's move to the next problem. Find the first or last occurrence of a given number in a sorted array. First or last occurrence. Okay, let's do this problem. We have to do search range target. What I'm saying, occurrence. Occurrence. What is the correct pronunciation? I don't know. Occurrence? Yeah, occurrence. Okay. How's the George, guys? Let's read the problem first. Sometimes in hurry, I skip some important points. Let's read the problem. Given an array of integers, nums, sorted in non-decreasing order, find the starting and ending position of a given target value. We need to find the starting and ending point. Okay. So if target is not found in the array, return -1, -1. Okay. We need to return an array. Okay. Of starting and ending index. So let's say, I think we should close this VS Code tab and only open the window that is driver SD sheet. This is here. Am I looking like I have been sleeping all day? Okay, now let's implement what we have to do. In binary search, we will definitely be using int low is equals to 0 and int high is equals to nums dot length, and we will use the mid later. And we need to create an array. Answer is equals to -1 comma -1, right? Okay, and then we will update this answer array accordingly. And we will iteratively use what? While loop. While low is less than equals to high, we will create a mid pointer. Mid equals to what? Mid equals to low plus high minus low by 2. Samhit is saying in search range first bound nouns in last. You have implemented recursion, right? William is first and equals to 0. I think you have correctly implemented, but let me solve it by myself. Mm, hmm. Lower bound. You're writing the whole solution. Mm, I think we will have to make two functions to find the first and the last occurrence. Instead of doing this, we will use the lower bound to find the first occurrence. Mm, Okay, let's say int. Where is method? So int first is equals to find first of array, comma, target. Okay, we will return the first occurrence of the array using first occurrence using what? Using lower bound. Lower bound is what? The smallest element greater than equal to target. Smallest element greater than or equal to target. Okay, and mm, what should be the next step? In the find first, we will return -1 if the first occurrence is not found. Then we will say if first equals to -1, that means the first occurrence is not found, that we will return 0. We need to return, but we should return. Yuval work is saying ain't getting this recursive solution. I have not solved any of the problem with recursive, but Samhit is providing that I'm not looking into right now. Mm, but I was doing something else. Let me do it my way. First occurrence. And the problem is first and last position of the element. Let's first do the first occurrence problem. First occurrence of of element in sorted array GFG. जैसे में भी फर्स्ट एंड लास्ट दोनों ही करने होंगे चलो तो वही करते हैं जो हम कर रहे थे where is first and last okay so let's say mm, we'll have to do what you need to return return on teacher array mm, let's say int n is equals to nonce dot line and the end first is equals to find first of nonce comma target. It will return the first occurrence and last is equals to find last of nonce comma target. Okay, and then we will return it using on array. Answer is equals to minus one comma minus one, and we will okay we can't update. So we can update right. Answer of 0 is equals to first and नहीं answer ans ans of 1 will be last, right? Vamsavardhan is saying hello bro, I'm back but late. No problem Vamsa, we are not late. Today we will go live for longer than other streams. Today I'm feeling good, so we will stream longer. So what I was doing, we had created the logic for the for returning the first and last index, right? And we will return what? We will return answer. Okay, this is it. Then we will write the function for public static find first int nonce comma int sorry integer array nums comma in target, right? Okay, it's completely fine, but I will keep screaming until I complete today's target. Vamsavarjan is saying, but I will sleep at 12, so it is completely okay, but I will not. I will keep screaming until I complete today's goal. And today's goal is to complete binary search. Step number 4 completely. It consists of 27 problems. We will try to solve all of them. Okay. So what I was doing, we are creating find first. So in this int low is equals to 0, int high is equals to nums dot length minus 1. And to find the first occurrence, what we need to find? We need to find the smallest element or greatest element smaller than the target, smaller than or equal to target. So smaller than or equals to target. Okay. Mm, mm, it is fine. Mm, okay, we will create int first equals to minus 1, and then we will use while loop while low is less than equals to high, and int mid equals to low plus high minus low by 2. And if and if nums of mid, it should be less than or equals to the target, right? It should be equals to target. Mm, we need to implement the lower bound. If nums of mid equals to target, but how will we know that it is the first operand? Okay, we are saving the answer. Okay. If it is equals to target, then what we will do, we will update first with mid. And and if it is mm, if we find the okay, so we need to find the first occurrence, then we will decrease the okay. We will iterate over the left subarray, so we will change high is equals to mid minus 1. Okay. Yes, you can go to left and right. So in this case, we need to find the first occurrence, so we will go left. And otherwise, if it is not equals to, then it else if nums of mid is greater than target, you get first and vice versa, right and position. Yes, you're right, Vamsa. That is what I am trying to learn and implement. Mm, what then also high is equals to mid minus 1, and else low equals to mid plus 1. Mm, I think I'm right, and we will return first in this method. Return first. And similarly, we will do the next function or method. that is find last public static. Okay, we had not assigned the return type public static int. Okay, and here public static int find last of nums. Okay, int array nums comma int target, and we will use int low is equals to 0 and high is equals to nums dot length minus 1 and int last is equals to minus 1, right? This is what we have done with the first. Okay, and then we will use the while loop. While low is less than equals to high, we will iterate, but first we will initialize int mid equals to low plus high minus low by 2, right? And then we will compare if nums of mid. Okay, what we will do, we need to find the last occurrence. So we will, can you explain me the solution after implementing, please? Definitely, why not? But you are telling me the answer before I am even solving it. Okay, I will definitely explain my implementation that I am trying to implement. Mm, Okay, so to find the last occurrence, we will need to check the upper bound, right? Upper bound is what? Upper bound is the smallest element greater than the target, right? So the smallest element greater than the target, if it is equals to target, let's say if it is equals to target, we will check the right subarray, right? But first we will update last is equals to mid and update low is equals to mid plus 1, and else if mm, Vamsavardhan is saying lol, I don't know the solution to this problem, I just got the idea now. And one more thing, I didn't understand the difference in the function. These functions are different. First function is finding the first occurrence, second function is finding the last occurrence, and the main function that was given in which we are like returning the two indexes, first occurrence and the last occurrence in just one array. See, like this is the main function. Here we have created an answer array in which we set minus one on the zeroth index and first index both, and we are putting the first index as first and second index as last, and we are returning first and last index by using these methods. Okay, so I'm not understanding what has happened in last 2 days. Our stream is not getting pushed. People are not coming to watch. Has someone reported us? Mm, Let's complete this problem first. What we were trying to find the last index. Last is equals to mid, loop equals to mid plus 1 if array of mid is less than target. Sorry, nums of mid is less than target, then also we will go right. And how? Low is equals to mid plus 1 and else high is equals to mid minus 1. And at the end, we will return last. Okay. Now I hope it should work fine. Let's try to run this problem. अभी 12 बजने में आधा घंटा है. Okay, it is working fine. Let's run again. Okay, beats 100%. That is nice. So we are doing great in binary search. Yes, Vamsavardhan, what was confusing in this? I can explain and then we will take a break, a short break. Okay, you will go at 12 now. I will take break after 12. We have done this problem. Are you there, Vamsavardhan? Something is stuck in my teeth. It's completely fine. I was waiting for your reply only. Hmm, I can wait. You are my moderator, bro. Now we are in professional terms, right? Hmm, something stuck in my teeth. Is my screen visible? What happened? Hmm, where's my screen? I hope it is visible now. Guys, can you tell me why our screen is not visible to many people? Is it visible now? Should we move to the next problem? Can you dry run it, please? I didn't understand. Okay, definitely. Why not, bro? I'm doing it for you. So, see what was the problem? Here is the description. We had to find the first and the last occurrence of our target. Okay, so the problem was given. Welcome, welcome, Harshjan. Welcome back. Okay, so Vamsavardhan, listen to me. The problem was given that we have been given an array of integer nums sorted in non-decreasing order. We need to find the starting and ending position of a given target, right? So it is simple like finding the position of our target, but we need to it but our array consists of duplicate values. So we need to find the first and last occurrence. So we had done like lower bound and upper bound. Lower bound was for the first index. Vamsavardhan is saying so many people joined the DC today, but people are not joining our live stream, bro. It's completely fine. But let's not talk about the views and the people. Let's talk about the problem. What I was saying, we need to return the first and the last index of occurrence, right? When the target occurred for the first time and when it occurred for the last time. So we need two functions to find the first function to find the first occurrence, second function to find the last occurrence. And the first occurrence and the second occurrence function will work simply like the upper bound and the lower bound. The first occurrence will be find using the lower bound method that we have implemented using in the previous problem. And the find last occurrence is just like the upper bound. And in both the functions, we are using this integer first and the last to store the current value. Let's dry run. You asked to dry run the problem. Mm, Let's say this is the array. Let's say this is the array. And so suppose we are running in the find first wala method. The try Okay. So what it is, public static and find first. It is find first and it takes input of nums, comma t and target, right? And we close it. Let's say we are writing inside this function and this function will return us the first occurrence of a number. And let's say in this array, we need to find the first occurrence of, um, let's say 4. That's updated with 4. Okay, and let's say 4 has occurred multiple times. Let's say here and here as well. Shravan Kumar has joined us. Hi, bro. Welcome back to our live stream. Today we are solving binary search problems, and I'm running this problem in which we have to find the first and last occurrence. Right now, I am solving this first occurrence function. So, Vamsa, are you there? We have this array in which 4 is occurring 4 times, and we need to return the first and the last occurrence of this number, right? Our target is 4. So, to implement the first find first function, what we will do, we will simply implement the lower bound algorithm by using low is equals to 0 and high is equals to nums dot length minus 1. And then we will also take a variable named first equals to minus 1. I hope till here you are getting it. Okay, let's decrease its size. Mm, And what we did, we used while loop, while low is less than equals to high. What we did first we created increment equals to low plus high minus low by 2, and then we compared if nums of mid is equals to target. I hope till here you are comfortable and getting what I'm trying to convey. So यहाँ तक तो सिंपल था बाइनरी सर्च में जैसे हम लाइक टारगेट को फाइंड करते हैं वैसा ही पूरा का पूरा कोड लिख दिया हमने। अब यहाँ पे हम बस चेंज क्या करेंगे, वहां पे जैसे ही हमें टारगेट मिल जाएगा तो हम क्या करेंगे, हमारा जो ये फर्स्ट इंडेक्स वाला वेरिएबल है ना उसको अपडेट करके हम मिड लिख देंगे, लाइक फर्स्ट इज इक्वल्स टू मिड। तो मतलब हमारी जो मिड की वैल्यू है ना वो स्टोर हो गई ऑलरेडी। कि जो अगर हमें मिल गया एक बार टारगेट तो उसकी वैल्यू हमने स्टोर कर ली। नाउ व्हाट वी नीड टू फाइंड द फर्स्ट ऑकरेंस। तो फर्स्ट ऑकरेंस कहाँ पे होगा? अगर हमने टारगेट फाइंड आउट कर लिया, सपोज इन दिस केस द मिड इज फाउंड एट वेयर, इन दिस इज मिड, but it is possible that it can occur before it as well, because we don't know. So what we will do, we will update the array, not array, but the high index, because we need to check it left side by HIGH high is equals to mid minus 1. लाइक एक बार तो मिल गया, लेकिन दोबारा और चेक करेंगे कि अगर उसके लेफ्ट साइड में एग्जिस्ट करता है या नहीं। अगर दोबारा एग्जिस्ट करेगा तो दोबारा वैल्यू अपडेट होके मिड स्टोर हो जाएगा हमारे आंसर में। सो दिस वे इट विल कीप गोइंग, राइट। मतलब जैसे कि अभी फर्स्ट टाइम मिड यहाँ पे आया, तो वी विल क्या अपडेट कर देंगे हम। फर्स्ट केस में कहाँ था? फर्स्ट टाइम तो लो यहाँ पे था एंड हाई यहाँ पे था, एंड मिड यहाँ पे आया। अब मिड के पास हमें टारगेट मैच कर गया, तो व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल अपडेट द array or the high pointer with mid minus 1, then the high pointer will become this, and then we will iterate again to check the target in this left subarray, right? In this left subarray, again we will find what? The mid will be found at here. In the next iteration, mid will be found here, and we will go again. But in this case, mid will be what? 1. And the answer will be updated here in the first variable. It will be updated with the mid. That will be the first occurrence of our target. And in the same way, we will do the last occurrence one as well. Let's say, let's say this is the function for the last occurrence. Yeah, दिखता क्यों नहीं है? It is last occurrence. Last, sorry, find last. Find last. Let's say this method, we are writing it for finding the last occurrence of the number. So it will be just similar like the first occurrence, but in this we will update this variable as last, and we will go on similarly and create the mid variable and check if the nums of mid is equals to target. If it is equals to target, we will update the last with mid. यहाँ तक तो सब सेम है, last will be equals to mid, but low is equals to mid plus 1। वो बात की बात है, मैंने वो लिखा नहीं। यू कुड हैव अंडरस्टूड कि इसके आगे भी जो लॉजिक लिखेंगे तो उसमें तो वो आएगा ही। इफ nums of mid is greater than target, then we will do low is equals to mid plus 1, right? ये वाला लॉजिक तुम खुद से कर सकते हो। दैट आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग द मेन क्रक्स ऑफ these methods. So in this, the last occurrence wala method, we found the mid, but instead of going left, we will go right. That the way you have explained, you gave me the idea of going doing this. Okay, you are right. You are right. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. You were saying it for this only. Yeah, you were right. So I hope you got it right. Do we need to do the complete diagram, or you got it? We can solve 2, 3 more problems in just 15 minutes. Try to solve it using linear scan. But why? We are learning binary search. So, or linear search say like, yes, it is also good. Like linear search say it can be done easily. Let's say mm, comment out this. हर्ष जिन कह रहा है कि इसको लीनियर सर्च से करके देखें। लीनियर सर्च में क्या करना होगा हमें, इसको भी कमेंट आउट कर देते हैं। तो क्या हमने सबमिट तो कर दिया था ना इसका? सबमिशन वाज डन। Yes, submission was done 15 minutes ago. Let's say we need to do it using linear search. What we will do? We will implement 4 int I is equals to 0. Yes, linear will be easy. But time complexity ज़्यादा हो जाएगी उसकी बड़े array size के लिए. Okay, I've done with linear. So I think we should move to the next problem. I Not optimal but interview friendly. Okay, you should know the optimal as well as brute force both the approach, and you should know the time complexity of both the solution, right? That is better. Mm, let's move to the next problem, that is count occurrence of a number in a sorted array with duplicates. काउंट ऑकरेंस कैसे करेंगे बाइनरी सर्च में? Okay, how many problems are remaining? 3, 3, 6, and 7. Let's solve this first. Count occurrence of a number in a sorted array with duplicates. Mm, okay, is it available on LeetCode? It is not. Let's search on GFG. Count occurrence of a number in the sorted array with हैश मैप है ना ये? लाइक हैश मैप अभी यूज ही नहीं किया कहीं. We will use a counter. We don't need हैश मैप here. भाई ये क्या स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक किया हमने? काउंट, क्या काउंट करना है हमको? काउंट occurrence of a given number in sorted array GFG, right? हाँ, Vamsa, there is one more announcement I have to note. Not announcement, like it's like news. GFG is providing its like premium courses for free. I had seen it somewhere. You can definitely check out. They are very valuable, and they are also doing something. Free course. Learn new tech skills. These courses are freely available on GFG. Anyone wants to learn can join them. It is something Nation Skill Up Mission by GFG, where they are providing like decently good courses just completely free. Like you have enrolled it? Okay, then it is fine. I'm just telling for the viewers, if you don't know about it, you should enroll. And these are really good courses. Mm, let's get back to the problem. First and last occurrence has been done. Mm, count number of occurrence practice. Okay, let's do this. मेरा सा और शाह कितना गड़बड़ है यार. Should, should. Okay, I'm afraid. What is the problem here? Why so many people were checking out our channel yesterday? Day before yesterday, but not today. No subscribers, man. Oh, and it, I think it's same like previous one. Yes, it is kind of same, but we need to like count the number of time, count the frequency. Okay, number of occurrence given a sorted array and number target, you need to find the number of occurrence of target and array. Okay, we have done it using hash map, right? Count frequency. But I think we can do it using binary search as well. Somehow like optimally. Mm, then okay, we will use the first occurrence. We will use okay last occurrence. Okay, it is completely same. We will find the first occurrence and the last occurrence and find the difference. No, we need to find upper and lower bound both, and then we will find the difference between the upper bound and lower bound. It will return the yes, yes, yes. First chain is right. Yep, you got it right. You got it right, and I too. So let's copy paste the that one. Okay, let's copy these two methods, first and last occurrence. Then put for C, and we will number of. Should we use it here? Okay. और लेट्स से वो कहाँ गया इसका स्क्राइबर सर वाला प्रैक्टिस okay count occurrence and okay in the count occurrence we will be implement later. It is the find last, it is the find first, and we will implement. We will do copy this also and then put it here. Now let's see what we need to return. We need to return the difference between the last and the first only. And if it does not exist, then what we need to return? And the problem is it given. What if it does not exist in the array? Return last minus first only. But if it does not exist in the array, what we return? Input array, okay, it does not invalid minus one. Unlock gamification. भाई कुछ तो छोड़ दे यार. Let's try to run. Compilation error, why? Okay, none की जगह array यूज किया यार ये. सारा चेंज करना पड़ेगा कोड. arr dot length again arr. Let's copy arr and replace nouns. arr correct arr and nums dot length की जगह arr. Shit, ये तो दिक्कत हो गया. इससे अच्छा पूरा कोड खुद लिख लेता हूँ. और कहाँ है नम्स से है अपडेट अरे यार, एनीवेयर एल्स, और कहाँ पे है? अरे यहाँ तो जब फाइंड फर्स्ट में इंट ARR लिखा हुआ है। ओके, इट विल रन नाउ। वी आर एक्सपीरियंसिंग हैवी ट्रैफिक। भाई तुम कुछ अलाउ तो करते नहीं, हैवी ट्रैफिक एक्सपीरियंस करने लगते हैं। रुको, सेम इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं अपन GFG पे। Let's copy from here. Let's see. नम्स ओके। इसमें एरे है तो यहाँ पे भी नम्स को एरे करना पड़ेगा। ओके, ये वाला तो ठीक है, यहाँ पे एरे यूज करना पड़ेगा बस। पैरामीटर में इनपुट एरे देंगे। ठीक है, नम्स की जगह कोई आराम करेंगे। यहाँ पे नम्स की जगह यहाँ पे yeah, it is fine. Then we will return what? Last minus first, right? Hmm, not I know. It is right. This one. Let's run. I hope it should work. Hmm. Target is 2, your output is 3, but expected output is 4. Okay, we should do +1 as well. फर्स्ट जब ने बताया था लास्ट माइनस फर्स्ट +1. Okay, I mistook it. Why new people are not discovering our channel today? 193. Guys, only 7 subs are remaining for 200. जय महाकाल, दबा के लाइक कर दो। Today I'm feeling like that वो महाकाल वाला सर. You can change in parameters in main function also. We have changed only in the main function and then there we have written only nums. It will consider. Yeah, something is annoying. Okay, this problem is solved as well, right? Let's take it. Count the occurrence of a number in a sorted array with duplicates. Today I'm enjoying it, yeah. Let's do the next problem, but it will give an error. Once a bit, it will give an error because let's see. Nums करके देखते हैं. Nums, nums, nums. Let's run it. Okay, one more thing. We had not submitted the code. Let's submit it. Okay, it is working. Only one test case pass. What is the? It should be 0, but it is returning 1. Why is it the problem? First, we have the first index, we have the last index, and our first index should be Here it is my minus 1, minus 1, three. Both are minus 1. Target is not there. Where? Target is correctly used there, but we need to think of something like how to get last minus first plus 1. Let's say last index is mid plus 1. Mm, Mid plus 1. And then try to run it. I have tweaked something else. Let's see if it is working. Okay, it is working. It is working. Finally, it is that. मैंने क्या किया मैंने लास्ट को मिड प्लस 1 कर दिया और यहाँ से प्लस 1 को हटा दिया. It is also fine. And we could also implement something like if it is like something like if last comma first should less than 0, then implement this. But instead of doing, we created last equals to mid plus 1 only. मैंने बस यहाँ पे correction दिया. Okay, I hope you got it. People have joined us. I urge them to subscribe to our channel. We are just 7 subscribers away from 200. How? Okay, let me explain. देखो हम क्या रिटर्न कर रहे थे लास्ट माइनस फर्स्ट प्लस 1, राइट. सी हाउ वी कैन राइट इट लाइक लास्ट प्लस 1 माइनस फर्स्ट. तो फर्स्ट का जो भी वैल्यू है वो तो सेम रहेगा ही. वी आर लाइक एडिंग एक्स्ट्रा 1 टू द लास्ट वैल्यू, राइट. So instead of adding 1 here, we can add 1 if we found the last index, right? Where we are finding last index we are finding it here. So earlier what we were doing, we were just saving the mid pointer to the last index, right? So instead of adding the mid, we should add mid plus 1. In this way, we are only adding plus 1 if we found the last index. If there is no last index, it will return only 0, right? Okay, so you got it. Let's move to the next problem. Search in rotated sorted array. It is a tricky problem now. वैसे मीडियम प्रॉब्लम हमने बस एक ही किया, फ्लोर सील, वो भी इजी था. आई थिंक दिस इज लिटिल मीडियम वन प्रॉब्लम. आगे बढ़े. हाउ मेनी पीपल आर देयर guys? Why don't you comment in the chat? I am enjoying it today. Okay, Vamsa, you can sleep now, but I will complete all the problems, then I will sleep. Because I'm like, I have been slow. Enjoy garage problems. Definitely, bro. But I am wishing that people join us. Okay, anyone else is there who is gonna continue with me? Harsh Jain, are you there? मैसेज क्यों डिलीट कर दिया? Hmm, from Savardhan, I will also solve problems after this week. Definitely, bro. I would urge you to keep joining my live stream just for a minute. सो रहा है क्या हर्ष? या अभी करेगा प्रॉब्लम साथ में? थैंक यू सो मच वंशा. तुमने प्रोफाइल पे अपनी फोटो लगाई है क्या? अरे वाह. You have 11 subscribers, one more. Vamsa, I've subscribed to you. And thank you so much for staying with me. हर्ष जी नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लम करे क्या? 5 प्रॉब्लम और आज ये कंप्लीट करके ही सोऊंगा. बाइनरी सर्च में मजा आ रहा है, इजी है. What is the next problem? There is an integer array nums sorted in ascending order with distinct values. Okay, first let's do one thing. Mm, Let's go to YouTube.
ऑलमोस्ट ठीक है। अभी क्या करना है? अभी अपने को चाहिए तो एवरी टाइम व्हाट वी कैन डू, कल वाला ही फंडा अपना लेते हैं। कैरेक्टर राइट, हैचिंग कर देते हैं। तो एक बूलियन 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 ए आर आर ले लेते हैं। और 26 लेटर ही होंगे आई
How
थिंक,
many
तो
subs?
26 लेटर के
7 more
आर।
subs.
ठीक है।
जल्दी से 7
बूलियन
सब्सक्राइबर्स चुरा के लाते हैं.
बुलियन
Bro,
और
when will you see the live chat?
776। ठीक है। एंड ओके, इस पे वी कैन चेक फॉर अ लूप। सिंपल इसी को कॉपी करते हैं, कट कर दिया मैंने, पेस्ट करो, वापस इसी पे पेस्ट कर दो। टेक्स्ट की जगह ब्रोकन लेंथ तक चलेगा ये। और एवरी टाइम जब जब
Should I
चलेगा वी
disturb
कैन
him?
कैलकुलेट द टेक्स्ट।
He's my friend. Let's wait for him to solve
ठीक है।
his problem, then we
व्हाट
will
विल डू, यहाँ पे
interrupt.
वी कैन कैलकुलेट 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 कैलकुलेट। तो अरे
We will
फर्स्ट वी
spam.
राइट कैरेक्टर सी एंड देन हम लोग क्या कर
अच्छा
सकते हैं,
लास्ट वाला करो ना. अच्छा ठीक है,
ठीक
अपना
है,
प्रॉब्लम कर लेते हैं पहले. ओके.
ब्रोकन
लेट्स.
कैर डॉट आई,
देयर
कैर
इज एन.
डॉट आई,
ओके, इस स्ट्रिंग को बंद करते
कैर
हैं.
डॉट
गिरीश शंकर. ओके. Okay, Vamsa, we are doing this last problem. Then you can sleep. Okay. There is an integer array nums sorted in ascending order with distinct values. Where to being passed to your function nums is possibly left rotated at an unknown index k. K is between the I and nums dot length such that the resulting array is nums k to k plus 1 and k. mm, Left rotated by 3, then 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 2, 3 indices and become okay. Given the array nums after the possible rotation and an integer target. After the possible rotation and an integer target, return the index of target if it is in nums. हमें क्या अच्छा लास्ट वाला फाइंड पीक एलिमेंट हार्ड प्रॉब्लम ये वाला मैंने किया हुआ है लेट कोड पे पता नहीं कब कैसे क्यों बट सॉल्यूशन अच्छा ट्राई किया है सॉल्यूशन नहीं मिला है अच्छा ठीक है ये करते हैं a peak element is an element that is strictly greater than its neighbors मतलब अपर बाउंड लोअर बाउंड दोनों मैं, मैंने सबमिशन भी नहीं दिया है ठीक है यही करते हैं क्या है अ पीक एलिमेंट इज एन एलिमेंट दैट इज स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर देन इट्स नेबर्स मतलब फर्स्ट एलिमेंट मतलब कोई भी एलिमेंट उसके प्रीवियस एलिमेंट और नेक्स्ट एलिमेंट से बड़ा है वही पीक एलिमेंट है so in this case 3 is a peak element and we will return 2 as the index okay you may imagine nums minus 1 is equals to nums of n equals to minus infinity so let's say how can we implement binary search in this ठीक है using linear search we can like compare the previous index and next index elements and if they both are smaller than the current element then it is peak element and there will be only one peak element or multiple so I guess there will be only one array and binary search Hmm, let me think binary search का यूज कैसे होगा इसमें अपर बाउंड लोअर बाउंड लीनियर सर्च से टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ एन आएगी राइट बाइनरी सर्च इंप्लीमेंट कैसे करेंगे कनेक्ट क्यों हो गया hey guys I'm audible hello am I audible guys ये कनेक्शन सक्सेसफुल हुआ या नहीं हुआ हेलो हेलो let's check if of nums dot length that is n is equals to 1 then we will return nums of 0 इंडेक्स अकेला रिटर्न करना है ना देन वी विल रिटर्न 0 अगर मतलब एक ही एलिमेंट हुआ तो वो तो पीक एलिमेंट ही होगा और इसके अलावा फर्स्ट फर्स्ट एलिमेंट क्या होगा इफ नम्स ऑफ 0 मतलब जैसे कि फर्स्ट एलिमेंट अगर ग्रेटर देन है नम्स ऑफ 1 राइट अगर ये बड़ा है तो वी विल रिटर्न जीरो एंड ओके, वन मोर थिंग, लास्ट एलिमेंट को और कंपेयर करनी है. सो इफ nums of n minus 1 is greater than nums of n minus 2, then also return what? N minus 1. ओके, ये दोनों केसेस कंपेयर कर लिए एंड देन अपना लो विल बी इक्वल्स टू, अरे भैया, लो विल बी इक्वल्स टू व्हाट? लो विल बी इक्वल्स टू 1. 1 1 1, सही है ना? हम्म, और हाई विल int high will be equals to n minus 2. Right. And then we will implement binary search while low is less than equals to high. Mm, then what we will do, int mid equals to low plus high minus low by 2. And then if nums of mid, क्या पीक एलिमेंट करना है ना? हाँ, अब यहाँ पे हमें कंपेयर करना है. इफ nums of mid is greater than nums of mid minus 1 and also nums of mid greater than nums of mid plus 1. बट लेकिन लेफ्ट जाएंगे या राइट जाएंगे? रिटर्न मिड तो कर देंगे. हम्म, अच्छा ठीक है, एक ही एलिमेंट पीक एलिमेंट होगा ना, तो वी विल रिटर्न मिड एंड इफ else if nums of mid is less than mid plus 1. If it is less than nums of mid plus 1, then what we will do, अगर मतलब हमारा मिड एलिमेंट छोटा है और एक तो सॉर्टेड एरे है, ठीक है, गिवन एंड जीरो इंडेक्स्ड एरे, फाइंड पीक एलिमेंट. हमने इसको सॉर्ट क्यों नहीं किया भाई? सबसे पहले तो सॉर्ट करेंगे, है ना? सबसे पहले तो सॉर्ट करना पड़ेगा ना बाइनरी सर्च लगाने के लिए. arrays डॉट सॉर्ट nums, देन वी कैन से कि अच्छा ठीक है, मिड अगर छोटा है मिड प्लस 1 से. हम्म, नहीं, शॉर्ट क्यों करेंगे? शॉर्ट करेंगे तो सब कुछ खराब हो जाएगा. इंडेक्स कैसे फाइंड कर पाएंगे ऐसे? ओके, शॉर्ट नहीं करना है इसको, बट अगर अगला एलिमेंट ग्रेटर है, अच्छा हाँ ठीक है, मतलब अगर अगला एलिमेंट बड़ा है तो उसके अगला एलिमेंट छोटा हो सकता है ना. सो लो विल बी इक्वल्स टू मिड प्लस 1, राइट? एंड दिस वे इट विल अगेन कंपेयर. मैंने बाइनरी सर्च पढ़ते टाइम पढ़ा था कि लाइक बाइनरी बाइनरी सर्च इंप्लीमेंट करने के लिए रो सॉर्टेड होना चाहिए, इसलिए मेरे दिमाग में आया, लेकिन अभी इस प्रॉब्लम में जरूरत नहीं है. ओके. एक एल्स स्टेटमेंट और आएगा, else I is equals to mid minus 1. And then we will have to return the peak element is mid. Mm, so we will return ओके, अगर अगर एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है तो क्या रिटर्न करना है? लेट्स रिटर्न -1। -1 रिटर्न करेंगे या जीरो करेंगे? रिटर्न जीरो। अगर मतलब नहीं मिला पीक एलिमेंट तो क्या रिटर्न करना है? यू मस्ट राइट एल्गोरिथम। रन करके देखते हैं। कंपाइल टाइम एरर, कहीं पे मिस्टेक, सिंटैक्स एरर। ये कहाँ लगा दिया मैंने? इक्वल्स टू का साइन, इतनी सारी जगह गलतियां की हैं मैंने। तो ग्रेटर देन इक्वल्स टू, लेस देन इक्वल्स टू, anywhere else if I have made any mistake. फिर से गलती एंड लाइन, अच्छा यहाँ पे स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट नहीं लगाया। या ये तो बहुत सिली सिली मिस्टेक्स गलती से हो गई हैं। आई थिंक इट इज द लास्ट ऑर्डर। अरे यार, अभी भी बाकी है। 2 बार स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट लग गया। अच्छा, मैंने ब्रैकेट के अंदर ही अगला एलिमेंट लिख दिया। ओके, इट इज वर्किंग, लेट्स सबमिट। एंड इट इज लीड कोड एंड इट इज एफिशिएंट। दैट इज इट। वंशावर्धन, आर यू देयर और गॉन?
आई ये चलेगा नहीं, और ये चलेगा नहीं तो हमारा अकाउंट बढ़ेगा नहीं, और हम फ्लैग मिलेगा जीरो, तो हमारे पास हो गया काम खत्म। मुझे एक और चीज़ करना पड़ेगा आखिरी में इस चीज़ को चेक करने के लिए।
ना, कितना चैट करते हैं भाई, मेरा पुराना कमेंट तो दिख ही नहीं रहा। अभिषेक भाई, आई विल डू द रिमेनिंग प्रॉब्लम्स टुडे इटसेल्फ। कितने प्रॉब्लम्स बाकी हैं? हाउ इज एवरीवन डूइंग?
कैर ऐड गलत कर दिया मैंने। ओके, एक पास हुआ है, बाकी दो गलत हैं। लेट्स सी क्या प्रॉब्लम है। बट तो ई नहीं चलना चाहिए था,
व्हेन
इट इज़ ओवरराइडिंग
विल
ज़ीरो। ठीक है, बस इसी का
अभिषेक
इशू है जो चेक
सर?
कर लेते हैं। तो ए डी में भी हमें ज़ीरो ही मिल रहा है, काउंटर नहीं बढ़ रहा। व्हाट इज़ हैपनिंग वो चेक कर लेते हैं। तो एच ई एल एल ओ हेलो, अब हेलो में हमें वन मिलना चाहिए था। ठीक है, फिर ए डी, ए डी मतलब हमें मिलना चाहिए था दो, मिल ज़ीरो रहा है, लेकिन क्यों? पहला केस ये बनता, हमें काउंटर मिल जाना चाहिए था वन, मिला कि नहीं, सवाल ये है।
मैं क्या कह रहा था, कितने प्रॉब्लम्स बाकी हैं?
मिला कि नहीं ये
फाइंड
बताओ।
पीक एलिमेंट इज डन। So 3, 2, 2, 5 problems are also remaining. We will do them right now today itself, just after a few minutes.
क्या गड़बड़ कर दी मैंने?
Which problem is which solving? There is a malfunctioning keyboard where some letters key do not work, all other keys on the keyboard work properly. Given a string text or word separated by a single space, no loading or trailing spaces, and a string. Okay, Abhishek sir is responding to our chat, I think.
क्या गड़बड़ करी मैंने, क्या गड़बड़ करी है? हेलो तो हो जाना चाहिए था, काउंट हेलो हो जाना चाहिए था, ये नहीं होना चाहिए था, फिर ये हट जाना चाहिए था। तो गड़बड़
Let's
कहाँ कर
not
दी मैंने?
disturb him.
एक मिनट, फ्लैग को मैं ज़ीरो तो कर रहा हूँ वापस। फ्लैग अपना वन होगा तो कैलकुलेट होगा नहीं, फ्लैग
Short
ज़ीरो हो
क्यों
तो है।
करनी है?
मतलब सिंपल सी बात है, जब मैं इनको चला रहा हूँ
हाउ मेनी पीपल आर देयर इन आवर लाइव
भाई
स्ट्रीम?
सिंपल सी बात है, पहले ही HELL में जाएगा ये और वहाँ पे AD रिकॉर्ड होके बैठा हुआ है, ट्रू राइट।
You guys are
सेकंड थिंग
there.
कि अभी हमारे पास हर केस पे फॉल्स है, राइट। तो हर केस पे फॉल्स है, वी आर गेटिंग ट्रू। तो अब जब भी हमारे पास फॉल्स है, आई एम मेकिंग इट, अरे फॉल्स के केस को ट्रू कर रहा हूँ यार।
Jane, Jane G, are you there?
डन है गाइज, इजी क्वेश्चन था, वी डिड इट। कल वाला ही तरीका यूज़ किया है, दैट हैचिंग वे, ठीक है। तो सिंपल था, बस मैंने गलती कर दी थी, दैट वाज आई एम मेकिंग इट नॉट हियर, तो उसकी ज़रूरत थी नहीं। तो सिंपल था, सिंपल था, नथिंग टू डू मच। और ये भी मुझे पता चल गया, स्पेस को वी कैन मेक इट इक्वल इक्वल, राइट। तो कूल, मेरे को ये चीज़ें याद नहीं आती हैं जब कोड कर रहा होता हूँ, राइट। तो कूल, तो हो गया सिंपल। हमने एक कैरेक्टर एरे, मतलब एक बूलियन तरह का वो बनाया एरे, और उस पर हमने पूरे 26 के 26 लेटर को चेकआउट करने के लिए ट्रू फॉल्स कंडीशन रखी, बेसिकली विद द कैरेक्टर। एंड उसके बाद सारे कैरेक्टर की मदद से हमने ये चेकआउट कर लिया। तो दैट इज़ क्रेजी, कल भी हमने इसी चीज़ को यूज़ करके करा था, आज भी हमने इसी चीज़ पे, तो काफ़ी अच्छी एक अंडरस्टैंडिंग बन गई है। एक और दो क्वेश्चन और करेंगे ताकि ये चीज़ दिमाग में स्टोरी हो जाए, राइट। बाकी चलो यार, कमेंट सेक्शन में आते हैं। पहला क्वेश्चन हो गया गाइज, एक और क्वेश्चन ले लेंगे इसके बाद, ठीक है। और कमेंट सेक्शन में आई कैन सी गिरी भाई इज देयर, राहुल भाई इज देयर, वत्सल इज देयर, अथर्व इज देयर, PUF देयर, पीयूष इज देयर, PUF इज ऑल्सो देयर, आशुतोष भाई इज देयर, कोट लूज इज देयर। क्या बात है कोट लूज भाई, थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर ज्वाइन टुडे यार, क्या बात है कोट लूज भाई। लाइव स्ट्रीम कैसी चल रही है, डू लेट मी नो दैट भाई। एंड ओके, प्रज्वल जाधव, सर DSA नहीं आता है कैसे करूं? ओके, ओके गिरी भाई, एक मिनट, गिरी भाई उसके नीचे टैग करके लिख रहे हैं प्रज्वल भाई को, ओ देन नो होप फॉर यू, स्टार्ट फार्मिंग। अरे गिरी भाई, बंदे की सारी उम्मीद ही मार दी गिरी भाई ने। देखो यार, DSA नहीं आता है तो DSA स्टार्ट करो करना, ठीक है। उसके लिए फर्स्टली यार एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज पिक करो एंड स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन दैट, ठीक है। और उसके लिए अगर तुम फर्स्ट सेकेंड ईयर में हो कॉलेज के, तो भाई C++ पिक करना। अभी अगर जॉब फाइंड आउट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो 7-8, मतलब 9 महीने 10 महीने के अंदर, तो भाई पाइथन या जावास्क्रिप्ट कोई भी एक बढ़िया पिक करके उस पर फुल स्टैक निपटाओ, और या AI जिस पे भी तुम्हें इंटरेस्ट हो उसी के साथ DSA कर लो। दिस इज हाउ यू कैन डू। पर करना तो पड़ेगा, तो फिलहाल कोई भी एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज पकड़ के यू स्टार्ट। एंड वेलकम टू चैनल भाई। बाकी हिमांशु काला, हेलो भैया, वेलकम टू चैनल, फर्स्ट ईयर, वेलकम टू चैनल भाई। डू लेट मी नो अबाउट योर सेल्फ भाई, इफ अ फ्रेशर वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल, ठीक है। बाकी निखिल यादव इज हियर, रुपेश भाई इज हियर, क्या बात है, कैन सी लॉट ऑफ पीपल राइट नाउ इन द कमेंट सेक्शन यार। बाकी कोड क्लूज इज सेइंग कि वी आर 7 सब अवे फ्रॉम 200, दैट्स व्हाई आई एम हियर। ओ भाई क्या बात है यार, कोड क्लूज यार, गाइस ऑलमोस्ट शायद 13 या 14 दिन पहले भाई ने स्टार्ट करा था अपना लाइव स्ट्रीम विथ लीड कोड एंड ऑल ओनली, राइट। एंड तब भाई 3-4 सब्सक्राइबर पे था, अब 200 पे है, क्या बात है भाई, क्या ग्रेट वर्क है भाई, क्रेजी वर्क। कोटलूस, कोटलूस से सिंह, हेलो अभिषेक सर, यार सर मत बोल भाई। यार यार यू आर यंगर देन मी, तो भाई कॉल मी भैया, दैट विल बी क्रेजी, ठीक है। बाकी सर, यार सर वाली पदवी दे दी है तुम लोगों ने अभी से गाइस, थोड़ा सा टाइम है इसमें गाइस, राइट। तो रुक जाओ, राइट। फिलहाल भैया बोलो यार, अच्छा लगेगा मुझे, ठीक है। बाकी PUF is saying कि ओके कल करूँगा, अभी नींद आ रही है, मेरा इंटरव्यू है कल, विल अपडेट यू टुमारो रिगार्डिंग 20। कूल कूल, PUF मुझे ये भी बताना भाई तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू कैसे जाता है कल, अगर इंटरव्यू है तो भाई, ठीक है। एंड ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर दैट भाई। एनीवन हियर एक्सपर्ट इन काफ्का, ओके। तो यार कोई है तो आशुतोष भाई से कनेक्ट करो यार, आई थिंक ही वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड समथिंग अबाउट इट, ठीक है। बाकी ओके गिरी भाई, चलो यार अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे गिरी भाई कमेंट सेक्शन में, गिरी भाई को देख के यार मोटिवेशन हाई हो जाता है मेरा। गिरी भाई कैसी रही प्रिपरेशन अभी तक की, सोशल मीडिया से दूर रह के कुछ चीज़ें हुई या नहीं हुई, डू लेट मी नो दैट। बाकी रफीक भाई शेयर कह रहे हैं थोड़ा स्क्रॉल डाउन करो भाई। थोड़ा स्क्रॉल डाउन करो। लो यार रफीक भाई, पूरा कोड ही विजिबल कर देते हैं तुम्हारे लिए। दिस इज होल कोड एंड यस, आई होप तुम्हें अब दिखाई दे रहा हो। पूरा स्क्रॉल डाउन ही कर दिया है। कुल बाकी पी यू एफ सी, पी यू एफ आशीष भाई कह रहे हैं थैंक यू गुड नाइट भाई। कूल कूल यार आशीष भाई, थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर दैट। 10 बफेलो काफ़ी है। अरे ये व्हाट्सएप कौन से टॉपिक पे चल रहा है मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा। और मुझे देख के मोटिवेशन, 10 cows प्लस 1 डॉग, ये क्या चल रहा है इन द कमेंट सेक्शन भाई। गिरू डॉग गिरू डॉग ये क्या चल रहा है भाई, मेरे को समझ नहीं आया। गिरी भाई जब भी आते हैं कुछ नया लेके आते हैं। ओके गिरी भाई शेयर कर रहे हैं। अभिषेक टुडे आई लर्न फॉर 6 आवर प्लस 9 आवर वर्क। हेड्स ऑफ टू यू गिरी भाई, क्या बात है यार। ऑलमोस्ट 15 घंटे यू आर वर्किंग। क्रेजी, मतलब 9 घंटे काम भी करा फिर 6 घंटे की लर्निंग। क्रेजी। आई होप यार आप सून से सून जल्दी स्विच करो एंड मतलब कहीं आग लगा दो यार। मतलब आग लगा दो मतलब स्विच करके, राइट। जो आप चाह रहे हो वो हो जाए राइट सून। और बाकी 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 विश यू बेस्ट राइट। ओके कोड क्लूज कह रहे हैं थैंक यू गिरी, गिरी ब्रो। ओके कूल। कूल उसके बाद हर्षद भाई इज ऑल्सो हियर। हर्षद भाई थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर जॉइन टुडे यार। व्हाट्स अ डॉग टू लुक आफ्टर काउस। एक मिनट, ही क्या चल रहा है। गिरी भाई लिख रहे हैं व्हाट्स अ डॉग टू लुक्स आफ्टर काउ। कुत्तों से क्या कराने वाले हो समझा नहीं। ओनली 20 टेस्ट केसेस, व्हाट इज दिस क्वेश्चन। यार सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है आज का, पीओडी था यार, बहुत ही इजी क्वेश्चन था। 1935 क्वेश्चन नंबर है आज का पीओडी, बस चेक कर लो यार। बहुत ही इजी लेवल का क्वेश्चन है, बहुत ही इजी लेवल का, कुछ खास नहीं था राइट। तो वी डिड इट।
We can solve it. If j equals to 0, then okay, if j equals to 0, if j equals to 0, if j equals to 0 means
Okay, let's solve our problems, remaining problems. Search in rotated sorted array 1. Mm, let's close these. Uh, Today we are not gonna cross 200 mark, but sooner or later we will. So were what we were studying? Search in a rotated sorted array 1. Okay, mm, this is it. So there is an integer array num sorted in ascending order. Okay, prior to being processed to your function, nonce is possibly left rotated at an unknown index x such that the resulting array. Okay, k minus 1. Okay, so might be left rotated. by three indices become this given the array after the possible rotation of an integer target, return the index of target if it is in nums. So you must write an algorithm with an log n. Okay. So 4567012 target is 0 and the index is 4. So we have to mm, okay. So it is not accurately sorted, but it is. Then how to know like if our target is in the sorted part or the unsorted part? Mm, Today is 16th of September. What else could I? How to solve it? I am not getting an idea. Hmm.
कोड। हाँ भाई, क्या हाल है? कोड क्लूज। Whereas the ES6 classes can be defined as an alternative। क्लास एक बाइक नाम की क्लास बनाए, उसका कंस्ट्रक्टर बना के कलर और मॉडल डिफाइन किया, फिर दोनों को कलर के बजाय दिस कीवर्ड के साथ दोनों को रिलेटिव करके गेट डिटेल्स। तो इसके बाद में ये रिटर्न कर देगा बाइक की डिटेल्स। व्हाट आर क्लोजर्स?
I have become seamless. Okay.
What are the closures? A closure is the combination of the of and functions bundle enclosed together. To, together with its lexical environment within which that function was declared. Example is it is the inner function that has the
Let's
access to the
subscribe to
outer
Burma
or
Bytes.
outer are the enclosing function variables.
Hey guys, if you're watching, we should check out his channel as well. He is educational and information channel. Okay, he has uploaded 1,000 videos.
This is outer functions variable global variables.
this certification, so that's super dope. When I get to about 30 minutes in, I think we're 15 minutes in right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and practice actually trying to learn some code in my visual code for this project that I want to do. So I have some plans that I want to go and target. So here we're going to learn basic algorithmic thinking by building a number sorter. I don't know why that was like a tongue twister. So in computer science, there are fundamental sorting algorithms that all developers should learn. In this number sorter project, you'll learn how to implement and visualize different sorting algorithms like bubble sort, selection sort, and insertion sort, all with JavaScript. So this project will help you understand the fundamental concepts behind these algorithms and how you can help them to sort numerical data in web applications. So it's about 45 steps, so that should be quite simple. Yikes. Yikes. So what is my input? I don't even know. Let's go 90, 904, and then 33. What is this doing? Is it sorting from like small to big? So if I go 1, actually, let's go 8. Let's go 1, and then let's go 6, and then 5. So I'm assuming it's just going, okay, yeah, so it's just putting it in order. That actually is gonna be difficult. No, yeah, because Zeke, you're like, it actually looks like it's hard. Actually, I agree. At first, I was like, this should be easy. As soon as I clicked into it and realized we're sorting numbers, how the hell am I? Oh, and then 5, 5. I was gonna say, wondering. Okay, so that's pretty sick. But damn, that's gonna be something else. So they're gonna be teaching us something new, of course. Obviously, right now it doesn't work. So let's get right up into this. We're gonna have to go const sort button, and then we're gonna have to go equals document dot get element by ID, and then we're gonna have to oh my gosh, open it, close it, and then they want me to put in sort in here. Okay, I've never. Oh, no, I'm tripping. I'm like, I've never done this before. It's like we're just declaring a variable. What am I talking about? All right, so they want me to go const, and they want me to do an arrow function here. So let's go sort or arrow syntax. My bad. Let's try to use the right vocabulary here. I'm sure people would know exactly what I'm talking about though. And then we're gonna go equals, drop this down, and I don't know if this is going to be one of those things called implicit return, but they haven't talked about it yet. So let's just go event and continue that to the next. So you will be using this as an event listener.
आसान सवाल पूछते हैं ज़्यादा one and kilo बात तो है नहीं यहाँ पे। ठीक है चलो, अभी हम लोग काउंटडाउन स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं और दूसरा बंदा उठा रहे हैं। रेडी हो जाओ। चलो अभी दूसरा बंदा मैं उठा रहा हूँ। रेडी
Hey guys, if you are here from the streams of Verma Bytes, thank you so much for joining us. If you are subscribing, it's completely fine. If you're not, that it's okay. It doesn't work right. People don't let earlier it was like a rally of viewers was coming and people were subscribing also. But now, okay, forget it. Let's complete our challenge. That will be more valuable for us. We need to search in rotated sorted array. How can we solve this problem? The reactions, text messages. Hmm. Yes, I am solving binary search problems only, but I'm little confused, like how to s- compare the sorted and unsorted part.